Hey guys, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you tuning in. We're in kind of a transition phase here with my current training. So I'm moving away from my running. I finished my 10K, it would have been October 12th, and today is the 21st. So about, I guess that's 9 days ago. And then I basically rested that weekend, and then I started my strength training with my last video, which was bench press and back squat. And now this is going to be a recap of my deadlifting first session. So those are both first sessions where trying to find the weight, see where things are for this current upcoming training block, and focusing in on this transition phase, which is where I'm still kind of doing a little bit of running. I ran yesterday, which was some zone 2 training. So this is going to be a recap from the last week's strength because I wasn't able to get a video done for that. But I just kind of want to talk you through my mindset shift, and my philosophy on as I move into a more of a strength phase for myself. I largely am considering myself, a little bit of a running athlete during the spring, summer, and a little bit of the fall, and then a strength athlete during the winter time. So in the wintertime and early spring, I'm really trying to focus on maybe driving up my squat, driving up my deadlift, driving up my bench, and driving up my overhead press. And I keep those as the main thing. That's the main kind of priority. I'm looking to increase my body mass, increase my muscle and my general overall strength. And then when that springtime kind of tapers into early spring, I'm going to be focusing more on my conditioning and my running and working on those 5K, 10K distances. I haven't really committed anything like a half marathon because that just feels like too far for me right now. But the 10K distance was really good. And my race, I was able to win my age division, the 47 to 53 age, and I won by a couple of minutes. So I think my training and everything is working really well over the past 3 years. I've just seen my run times improve and my strength. And knock on wood, I haven't encountered any kind of injuries or any types of things like that. So I think my training is going really well, and this training with the seasons has kept me really healthy and kept me in the game for the things that I really love to do with lift weights and go running. So that being said, also just to be able to support a healthy lifestyle, to be able to do all the other things that I love to do, stand up paddleboarding, being able to be a good strength coach here to my clients. So this is kind of a recap of week 1. This was the second strength training. I did my squat bench, I think, on Wednesday, and then this was a Friday lift. So I did conventional deadlift. A conventional deadlift is going to be basically kind of narrow feet, full hip hinge, a little bit of knee flex at the bottom, and then pulling weight in a vertical fashion by pushing the feet into the ground and standing tall. Primarily, this lift is going to be working a little bit of the posterior chain. Largely, it's different because you get a little bit more low back involved, glutes, hamstrings, upper back, stability in the core. So I really like it, although I'm a very tall person, so it can be a little bit iffy. Conventional sumo deadlift is something that I really enjoy doing as well, but I'm giving this a good shot on this conventional deadlift to start off my strength training, and we'll see how it goes. Definitely kind of a little bit more tightness in the low back when you start conventional. It's like hard to not just get a little bit of that kind of multifidus and spinal erectors, get a little bit challenged to start, but that should go away after a couple of weeks of deadlifting. Just getting that area a bit more strong. Making sure you're mobile enough to get down there is another big deal when I conventionally deadlift. So making sure my hips are mobile enough so I can get down closer to the bar and get a nice pull with a vertical press through the quads. So I did a 135 for 8 and 185 3x5, and that was an RPE of about 7. So in theory, it was about 70% right now. I mean, obviously, I'm a person who really wants to be able to pull 335 pounds, but that comes later in the season after I've done this kind of more of a slow build throughout the season. So right now, when really I try to keep my ego at bay when I'm doing these heavy lifts and making sure I'm just focusing on good quality form, I'll typically work up to more like 2 sets of 5, 3 sets of 3, 5 sets of 1, those types of things. But for now, I wanted to get a little bit of volume, so I hit 3 sets of 5, and I'm moving on. I'm a 47-year-old, so it's important for me when I'm doing these bigger compound movements to do enough, but not too much. And then for the barbell overhead press, I hit 65 for 10, 75 for 8, 80. I hit 2 sets of 6. That was perfect. I like, with the overhead press, I like sets of 4, sets of 5, sets of 6, sets of 7, sets of 8. Those types of things. Sometimes I'll hit maybe a triple or a double, but I typically like to be able to press it at least 4 times just so I don't want to strain my neck, upper back. That's kind of how I see it. And then I did a finisher with a little bit of just some body weight dips for 2 sets of 6. And that was the training session. It was really quick. It was really fast. It was really fun. And I did that during a break between clients, and I had about an hour. So I was able to get that full lift in. It felt really good. I'm really happy to do that. I'm going to try to get 2 lifts during the week and 1 lift during the weekend. And that next lift will probably recap my weekend lift with you on my next video. So let me know if you've got any questions, comments, or concerns. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time.